All right, sales tax is what we're going to be talking about today. Sales tax in Santa Ana currently is at 7.75%. It will go up in April. The residents of Santa Ana decided to increase the sales tax by voting, and we're going to increase it to 9.25 in April, so it will increase. Sales tax is made up of, and I'll show you on the website. Currently, the sales tax in Santa Ana, 7.75. 6% of it goes directly to the state of California, right here. Orange County takes 25%. Oh, you can't see. I apologize. No wonder you're staring at me. So, 7.75 in Santa Ana. 6% is given to California. Orange County gets 25%. Santa Ana gets 0%, and the special tax gets 1.5%. So, for example, I'm just going to break this up. If I spend $100, the tax would be $7.75. Of that, $6 would go to the state, 25 cents will go to Orange County, and $1.50 will go to a special tax. Okay? Now, where does this go? Well, this goes to, I'm just talking in general. This goes to pay for schools. This goes to pay for parks, for the roads, all public things that we use. Okay, last time I checked, they don't charge you to go to Adams Park, right? Last time I checked, you don't get to pay the guy who cuts the grass at Adams Park, right? Last time I checked, they don't charge you to use Wright Avenue, right, to drive on the street. They don't charge you. Why? Because they're already kind of charging you on your tax. So this $6 could go to fixing the roads or making the streets cleaner. Along my street, they're changing the lights on the streets to LED lights, so it's super bright now. I didn't pay for that, but I kind of did, because when I buy something, it goes into this, the taxes, okay? Last time I checked, you guys didn't walk into my classroom and pay a fee, right? Right? But in reality, you kind of did. You paid, your parents paid a tax, and that goes to pay for the lights, right? That goes to pay for my salary. That goes to pay for the iPads that you're borrowing, the food that you may or may not like, but someone needs to pay for it. Okay, so tax. So, let's go ahead and do a problem. Yesterday, do you guys remember the TV that we bought yesterday?
No.
Okay. So, let's say that the TV cost $700, right? The TV cost $700 from yesterday. Let's say there's no more discount. The discount from yesterday, the video is up on YouTube, so you can watch that if you were absent yesterday or if you don't understand what we were doing yesterday. Okay, so the sales tax is $700. Now, we're going to have, the TV costs $700. The sales tax, we're going to use the one from Santa Ana, 7.75%. Now, before we get started on the multiplication, what is 7.75% written as a decimal? 0.0775. Good, because you move the decimal 2 places and you fill in the space with the 0. Good. Someone in my first period said, well, Miss Amelia, isn't it already a decimal because it has a decimal? But still a percent. We still have to move it, okay? So, the first step is taking your price, and we're going to multiply it by your tax, written as a decimal. This will give you your tax amount. This will tell you how much tax you have to pay extra, okay? So, When I go to the store and I see a pair of jeans for $19.99 and I go to the cash register, are they charging me $19.99? No. It ends up being more, right? It ends up being, let's say, $21.50. And you go, but wait a minute, I don't understand. The sticker says $19.99. What's happening? Tax. So does tax increase or decrease your price?
Increase.
It increases it by a couple of dollars depending on what you're buying. So, what do you think our second step's going to be?
Minus. Subtract your price. Minus your
Add. Again, I go back to the pair of jeans. Did I pay less than $19.99 or more than $19.99? More, because they end up adding the tax amount. This will give you your total cost amount. Good. Total amount, total cost. Alright. So now let's do the math. What do I have to do? First, I have to multiply, right? So, let's take 700 and multiply it by what?
0.0775.
Yep. Alright. Good luck with that. Let's do it. Let's dive in and do it. How many times do I move the decimal? 4. How many numbers are after the decimal? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's my tax? How much money is this? Very good. $54.25. What does that mean? That means I get to pay an additional $54.25 just on tax for a TV that costs $700. So, how much do I end up paying in total? Well, my 700 plus 54.25, so I gotta add a decimal and 2 zeros.
$754.25.
Okay, we'll do a car in a minute. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are like, oh, I'm going to save up to buy this new gaming system or this new iPhone or this new whatever it is, you have to also consider that you have to be paying for tax. And of course, the more expensive something is, the more tax you're going to pay.
That's why if you're like going to buy something that isn't like that has tax, you have to have more than how much it would cost.
Exactly. You always have to have more, about 10% more. Okay. So my other period, we looked up the cost of AirPods. And AirPods. Okay. Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay. The AirPods cost $159. So we're gonna say how much?
125. Wait, what?
What are we gonna round 159 to?
200. Oh.
What's 60? Okay, we're gonna say that the sales tax is 8.5%. So the first thing you have to do before we start doing some math is change the 8.75 into a decimal.
0.85.
Point.
0.085.
Good. Move it 2 times. Fill in the space with a 0. 0.085. So what's your first step? Multiply what?
160 times 0.85.
Zero times 5 is 0. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. 0 placeholder. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 6 is 48. Carry the 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. How many times do you move the decimal?
3.
If you move it 2, you're charging me $136 in taxes. Almost the same amount as AirPods. Taxes aren't equal to the amount you're spending. It's always a lot less. Okay? So my tax is equal to $13.60. Okay? Step number 2. What's step number 2? Add. Don't confuse it with discount. 160.00 plus 13.60. This one's easier because you don't have to borrow. So my total cost is $173.60.